Sure, I think that'll be an incredible endeavor, man. But yeah, I'm trying to do a lot right now. I'm sure you got a lot going on, especially with the industry that you're in.
Oh man, yeah, it is, and it's and at the same time, just going from working for someone else to a business owner now. So I'm, going into my junior year as a CEO, I'm still figuring it out.
Right.
But like, you know what I mean about entrepreneurial loneliness, about like, there's times where it's
all right, sir. All right, so good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of More Coffee, Please. I have the pleasure of sitting with someone that I just met more recently, but we've had an opportunity to cross paths a couple times, and it's been a pleasure every single time. So now we get a chance to really get to know Mr. Rob Buchwald a little bit better about his professional endeavors, his personal endeavors, and see what's going on inside that brain of his. All right, so stay tuned as we get to the conversation. Rob, it's really good to have you here, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so I want to start, I know we kind of talked about some of the things you got going on right now, as we'll get to here in a few, but who was Rob Buchwald as a child, right?
Man.
Who was that little guy running around trying to figure life out?
I think I was a little bit of everything. I was a little bit of everything. I'll tell you what, I was the D&D kid, loved the Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Like I read The Hobbit like 20 times, like forward to back, and just lived that world. I'd say very curious and inventive too. Is I would always be doodling something or building something or wherever it was, but like I wouldn't have Legos. I would have like sticks, like woods or whatever. Yeah. I remember one time I tried to make like concrete, and I didn't know what I was doing. And in the end, I don't know, mixed a bunch of rocks and dirt and had fun the whole summer doing it. So all over the place, but a lot of being outdoors, a lot of being in the woods, hiking.
And what area was this?
Yeah, this was Richfield before it was developed. So a lot of woodland and just acreage of woods was my backyard.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That had to be. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah. I was the youngest of 4 boys. So whatever it was, it rolled downhill.
Right.
We always worked it out, but it always rolled a certain way. Yeah. And so it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. So
what was your parents? What did they do for a living?
My dad, man, he was so my mom was a homemaker, and my dad, he was a draftsman, but back before AutoCAD, he would like line draw like machine diagrams and like engineering drawings. And actually a story that I tell a few times now of, there was the day he came home with the box. You know what I mean? Like, and I was 6 at the time. He had me when he was older in life, right? So he was about my age. I'm 53 when I came along. So, at this point, he's a little bit further. But yeah, he was let go because he was replaced by AutoCAD. And, that box, that sat in the basement. It never got touched again. And so he had a lot of skill. But he retired. He worked for the Postal Service, delivering mail, from there. But, I think about that a lot in terms of where we are now, where it's like people are getting challenged in terms of what they do, the ways that work is being performed, the skills that are needed for that. And I do think about my dad, about him. Did he have a pathway that was open for him? Did he have an opportunity to learn or take those skills and bring them forward? Or maybe he did, but he didn't have the desire or the belief in himself to do it. Who knows? Yeah. But for me as a kid, it was a cool box, man. It had like the sharp pencils, and I cut myself on just about every tool in that thing playing around. So it was cool.
And he let you just kind of have free reign with that, or you just kind of snuck down there and kind of got into mess?
Yeah, that's subjective. I would always find my way into where I wanted to be. So.
For sure. I think that's beautiful, man. And I also think that's an incredible origin story for where you are today.
Yeah.
Your brothers, are you guys close?
Yeah, so, of them, just Chris and I are the ones who are still moving. And yeah, we're close. He's in Texas. He's he retired at like an early age, like young 50s.
Okay.
You're setting an impossible bar, brother.
Right, yeah. For real.
So,
yeah, that's the goal for all of us, right? I'm trying to retire tomorrow,
Yeah.
So 4 brothers,
Yeah.
or 4 kiddos, rather.
Yeah.
You grew up in Richfield. Now it's not the same Richfield that you grew up in. They've done some developing.
They added a comma. That's
Yeah.
So.
So when did you all move out of there?
Yeah, for me, I wandered a lot. So after high school, I spent a semester. I went down to Texas and then came back to Kent State.
Okay.
And then one of my early jobs, I was working for Moen Incorporated and up towards Cleveland. And I was global. So I was in China, I would be
nice.
in Mexico, like anywhere that they had facilities, I was there just getting.
And what did you go to school for?
I went to school for education.
Just education?
Yeah, education. My focus was going to be physics.
Okay.
From there, and my mission at the time is I was going to write a physics textbook.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in class being like, why do you make this so confusing?
Yeah.
Like reading the book. I'm like, no, there's an easier way to explain all this. But yeah, I went to school in Kent State in the early 90s, yeah.
And then you traveled the world pretty much.
I feel like it, yeah. Yeah, there's not as much wanderlust there as there used to be.
And so you went to college, you did a little traveling.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get you to where you are today? You know, as a 53-year-old man, you've had, you started out your own company, right? And this is this your second endeavor that you're on right now?
No, this is my first time in entrepreneurship.
This is your first time in entrepreneurship. So AI Innovations, or is that what it is called?
Yeah, so there's Akron Innovations.
Akron Innovations and then AI Catalyst Institute. Okay, so are these the same company?
Two separate companies.
Two separate companies, but you launched them simultaneously?
There's a bit of a story there I'll unspin, but if I fast forward everything to spending time working for others, and I became really good at becoming a turnaround expert of like coming into a situation that was just a hot mess.
Okay.
And finding a way for as little dollars as possible to fix that, because usually the mess that caused it had all the money tied up, so there wouldn't be a lot of money involved to fix it. And the way I'd always solve that is I would bring in extremely talented people who cared. And then we'd just start working at it and getting at it and going through. And so over the time, I became a very good team builder.
Okay.
And I recognized the importance of like getting talent that, especially like I love diversity of thought, like people who come from things from different perspectives or just have different views on things, and going through it. So we became really good at that. And so if I go 2 years ago, my chronology's messed, about 2 or 3 years ago, deciding, okay, it's time. I'm gonna build my own company. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I knew AI would be a part of it. And this is back before ChatGPT even released what they have out now. So this is a little bit of the early days. And so I started doing the work. Like, where in the world is the most money to be made with AI, right? And so I'm running this analysis thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go where the money is. Okay. I start doing some math and doing a lot of research. This is like over a 3-month span, but it was the day after Memorial Day. I'm like putting it all together. And then I saw the way that our region scored in the way that I was doing things. And it hit me. Like I had, the way I would describe this moment is I saw it, I remember standing up, and by the time I hit the kitchen, I was on a mission. And the mission found me. It's hard to describe it quickly, but in that moment I realized both there's a problem here. I'm not moving. I'm not leaving. This is my region. And here I am with all these different, collected skills on it. And so I pivoted right to dealing with some of the challenges that I was seeing that maybe not AI specifically would bring, but the ripple effect, the changes on the economy.
So you're saying you saw this happening 2-3 years back? Yeah,
and I'll put to you real simple. We're getting deep real early on this, but it
happens. Yeah.
So So here's how I look at it. By the year 2030, all this AI stuff is going to be approximately 4 to 8% of the U.S. economy.
Okay.
So like the gross national product.
Break that down for somebody.
Yeah. So if we take a look at every single dollar that's spent in the country, the gross national product is that. How much do we as a country spend, consume, produce all in 1 year? And every year it just goes up. Certain percentages on healthcare, certain percentages on manufacturing, a certain percentage on technology services. So like 12% right now is tech services. So whether that's the business computing, Netflix, Apple, Facebook, any of that, 12%. Okay. So by 2030, AI on its own, potentially it could be 8%, low was maybe 4%, but that's a number. That when you say like a percentage of the entire country spending, that's a number. Let's talk about us. There's really not a number for like our region, right? Calculate that national. But the greater Akron region, well, we're a $50 billion economy. 36 billion is in Summit County. You got 8 to 10 billion in Medina, 8 to 10 billion in Portage. You got more in Stark. But for comparison, like Cuyahoga County is a $128 billion economy. And the state of Ohio is close to a $1 trillion economy. Okay, we're talking about commas. We're adding some commas, right? These are big numbers. So what's 4% of that? Right?
I'd be happy, man, with 4% of that.
Yeah, I'd be happy too. Like, but if we just take around Akron, 50 billion.
Yeah.
Easy number. So 4% of that works out to be about, let's say, what would that be? About $2 billion, give or take. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Now, if $2 billion is being spent on all this AI stuff, let's just say about 4 or 5 years from now, $2 billion is going to be spent around here on all this AI. Where does that money flow?
Out.
Yeah, it heads west.
Yeah,
all of it. Like the nature of this AI industry right now. There's 7 companies like that. It's all flowing to. We can name them. It's your OpenAI, your Anthropic with Claude, Google, Microsoft, Amazon. Meta's getting ready to come in this space with like Facebook. Boom, boom. It's not that many of them. It's not that many of them. Oh yeah, we got Elon. We got X too, like or whatever it's called today. But just all that money flows that way. Okay. To those 7 companies, if they're getting about $2 billion from us,
we talking about the whole United States.
Well, I'm talking about Akron right now.
Oh, just Akron.
All right, $2 billion is going west.
Yeah.
Those 7 companies.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Oh, I see.
Where are they?
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Like, do they have an office downtown? Nope. Do they have reinvestment in our region?
Yeah.
In our communities? Nope. Those dollars flow out. So that to me was, the core part of it was an oh shit moment. It was like, wow, that.
When you were seeing this, was your thought, okay, if all the money's flowing out, we need to build something here that can bring money in, or we can reinvest in our own AI solutions?
I'm finding the answers.
Okay.
I'm finding the answers. I think, there's a couple ways that can be mitigated. So let's just go with money out. So let's talk about money in.
Yeah.
If we're using all this AI stuff and we end up bringing in more than $2 billion because of it, and when I say bringing in, it means dollars that are outside our region. Like Akron selling locally, that's just moving dollars around. Whether it's out of state, European dollars coming in, through, wherever it could be, or however it is, somehow dollars need to come back into this economy because they're slowly going to bleed. It's like a little haircut that everyone has to take. I call it a California tax on like all this stuff. It was like, how do we bring revenue back in from that? So that's one, is bringing money in. And then the other one is, we'll limit the money going out.
Yeah.
Like, can we still gain all the benefits of AI without having to spend, without having this constant you're buying, you know, it's right now it's $20 and you get some tokens. You know, that's the place I know that uses tokens is Chuck E. Cheese. You know, you put your $20 in, you get a bunch of tokens.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese can change that machine at any time, and suddenly you're getting 5 less tokens, you're getting 10 less tokens. Your tokens, you need 2 tokens per game.
Absolutely.
$20 is still going in.
Yep.
Yeah. And so.
Okay.
So that's, you know, that's the problem statement.
Yes.
In a nutshell, is like, how do we acknowledge the economy we're dealing in?
Yep.
Adapt to it, but then also find ways to create economic growth, revenue growth here, because to me that's the number. That's What
are we missing right now in Akron? What are we failing to realize about AI? I mean, we know some of the things that Akron is focused on, right? They're big focal points in terms of industry and economy and things of that nature. What are we missing?
Well, I'm tell you this with all sincerity. I think Akron, Ohio is the best city in the world to run an AI company. Like, for real. It is like, you know, I won't say my journey has been easy by any step, but this community is like a community of door openers and like people who coordinate and alignment. So, you know, I'd say if we were missing anything, it's more alignment. But all the resources are here, and I think everyone sees, you know, not just the challenges AI is going to bring. There are other challenges sitting, you know, in our region as well. And I think there's a lot of congruence to the answers. There's a lot of the same style of alignment that addresses all of that. And you know, in the end, it comes into building a vibrant community, building the region around us. And I do feel. How can I put it? Like, shoot, man, like, when I started this, I've never done economic development in my life.
Okay.
Right? But here I am in the kitchen, right, going, whoa, it's time, let's do something.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I recognize I'm coming into an arena where there's been others who have for decades have been dedicating their life, in some cases generationally, to helping the region, driving both our economy and our businesses and everything else in. So I'm really glad to just be joining what's already here. And then to me, I think it's more just about alignment, you know, just keeping everything and everyone moving the same way. Because right now, especially with this AI stuff, if there's a clear idea and focus, there's not a lot of resistance. There's not a lot of others who have already done that and are sitting there with a solution, because it's also new. And so that brings a lot of opportunity to it.